So concentrated winding. So what is meant by concentrated winding? There are two types of windings, concentrated and distributed winding. Depend upon application, we use the concentrated or distributed. So the concentrated are mainly used in transformers. In distributed windings are we used in alternators and induction machines. So the concentrated winding means in concentrated type of winding, all the winding turns are wound together in series to form one multi-turn coil. Examples of concentrated winding are field winding for salient pole synchronous machine and DC machine. In concentrated winding, all the turns have the same magnetic axis. Primary and secondary winding of a transformer also form concentrated winding. For concentrated winding, the number of poles is equal to the number of slots. This is a concentrated winding. Please observe, normally the concentrated windings are used in transformers. So these are the concentrated winding. Please observe the concentrated winding. This is pole pitch. This is a two types of concentrated winding. One is unbifurcated winding. Second one bifurcated winding. So both windings, the slot per pole is equal to 6. M is equal to 2. So M is nothing but slot per pole per phase. Please observe unbifurcated line and bifurcated winding. Here they have only some portion is winding. Here all the portion is wind up. Please observe carefully. Distributed winding. In distributed type of winding, all the winding turns are arranged in several full pitch or fractional pitch coils. These coils are then inserted into slots spread along the air gap periphery. Stator and rotor of induction machine, armature winding of synchronous and DC machines are some of the examples where distributed winding is used. Number of poles is not equal to number of slots in distributed winding. So please observe the distributed winding. Their slots are 12. So each 1 to 2, in between 1 to 2 slots, there is a slot angle gamma. The EMF in slot 1, EMF induced E1 to E2, E3 and so on. In 12th slot, the EMF induced is 12. Lap winding. Please observe the lap winding. So the lap winding will be connected in normally parallel. So 1 is connected to 4, 2 is connected to 5, 3 is connected to 6. Again 7 is connected to 10, 8 is connected to 11, 9 is connected to 12. This is a lap winding procedure. North pole to the winding must wind up in between north to south poles. So please observe the wave winding. Here there is no closed path. This is just like as a wave shape. The winding 1 is connected to 4, 2 is 5, 3 is 6. Bottom also a 6 is connected to 9, 5 is connected to 8, 4 is connected to 7. So this is just like as a wave. So we will call as this is a wave winding. Winding axis. The winding currents are denoted or represented by IA, IB and IC. The rotor contains the field winding, the current through which is denoted by IF. The field winding is aligned with the so-called direct axis. We also define the quadrature axis that leads the direct axis by 90 degrees. The angle between direct axis and phase of the stator winding is denoted by theta d. So the winding axis, this is a winding axis. The current flowing is IA and IB and IC. In phase A, the current is IA, phase B, IB, phase C, IC. Please observe the direct axis. Direct axis. This is in between the winding. That is a direct axis. In between two phases, that is a quadrature axis. Integral slot winding. Basically, there is two types of winding: fractional slot winding and integral slot winding. If the number of slot per pole per phase is a integer, how can you be made the winding? We can see the number of slots per pole per phase is an integer, means the m value is a integer, then integral slot winding is preferred. The winding arrangement is further illustrated through an example. Let us consider a three-phase machine with number of slots per pole per phase m is equal to slots and S by B is equal to 6 slots. Pole pitch is equal to 6 slots. So they given, this is a given data. So for phase spread, gamma is equal to 60 degrees. Adjacent slots must belongs to same phase. So adjacent slots mean 1 by 1 slots. Slot 1, slot 2 they have same phase. For coil span is equal to 6. Top coil slides is, if suppose the top coil slides is slots 1, 2 should be connected to bottom coil sides. So the given coil span is 6. The 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. A coil sides 7, 8 form written coil side of upper coil sides. That means if a 1, 2 slots belongs to phase A, definitely the slots 7 and 8 belongs to minus A. Based on this one, based on this assumption, we can make the integer slot winding. Now phase B starts 120 degrees, means after 4 slots. So from phase A. So that means it starts from slot 5, means 120 degrees phase spread will be in 4 slots. So already we start the slots from 1. 1 plus 4 is in nothing but 5. 2 plus 4 is a 6. For a phase spread 60 degrees, two adjacent slots 5, 6 must belongs to same phase B. Already we know. The top coil sides in slots 5, 6 should be connected to bottom coil sides in slots 11 and 12. Why? Because 5 plus 6 is equal to 11, 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. Already the given data, the coil span is equal to 6. Please observe carefully. The coil span is equal to 6. Respectively. Label in slots 5, 6 as plus B and in slots 11 and 2 to the written coil side. The 5 and 6 is a plus B, automatically 11 and 12 is a minus B. Similarly, phase C starts from 120 degrees after 4 slots from phase B. That means it starts from slot 9. For a phase spread 60 degrees, two adjacent slots 9, 10 must belongs to same phase C. The top coil sides in slots 9, 10 should be connected to bottom coil sides in slots 9 plus 6 is 15, 10 plus 6 is equal to 16 respectively. Label in slots 9, 10 as plus C. Definitely 9 plus 6 15, 10 plus 6 16 is a written coil. Definitely that belongs to minus C. The developed winding diagram is shown in figure below. So please observe. So already we know that 1 and 2 belong to phase A, 3 and 4 belongs to minus C, 5, 6 belongs to plus B, 7, 8 minus A, 9, 10 plus C, 11, 12 minus B, 13, 14 plus A, 15, 16 minus C. So please observe the tabular column carefully. So how this tabular column comes, I am explaining previous slide neatly. So this is a integral slot winding double layer with phase spread of 60 degrees. Phase spread of 60 degrees.